In this module, we want to talk a little bit about why design is so important when you're building your Canvas course. Certainly we want to make sure that our courses are student friendly. So in this video, we'll take a look at some of the critical elements that you'll want to think about as you begin designing your Canvas course. A couple things that we know about students when they're interacting with content online, and this is all based on brain research. We know that because of multitasking and distractions, when you're using technology, that attention span can be really short. Research shows right now that it's around 8 seconds. So we've really got to make sure we catch the attention of our learners when they're using digital devices. We also know that page views, normally don't last more than 10 minutes. So you don't have a lot of time to engage with learners on a page in Canvas. So that's something to keep in mind. We don't want to have a lot of words on pages. We know that web pages with more than 111 words or less are less likely to be read. So a lot of times we put a lot of content on there. We expect kids to read it, but a lot of times they just kind of skim through it and they don't really read it. So you kind of have to chunk your content for kids. And also thinking about videos. The average length of video on the internet is 2.7 minutes. So you really got to think about, you can't put a 30-minute lecture or a 30-minute direct instruction on Canvas and expect kids to watch it. You got to try to break it up into smaller chunks, less than 5 minutes. Better around 2 to 3 minutes is probably going to be best. A couple of things that we try to think about with design. You want to make sure that students can get to your content, get to things in less than 3 clicks. If they have to do more digging than that, it really makes it difficult to find instructional materials. Try to make sure that students don't have to scroll through pages, especially on the iPad. It makes it difficult if you have to scroll up and down too far or right and left to interact with your content. Try to use some standard course layout throughout your course. Lay things out in modules in a similar fashion. It just makes it easier for kids to know, where things are and what to look for. And be bold, but also keep it simple. Don't add too many graphics, too many different things. It just makes it confusing and difficult to read. And use modules. Arrange your material in modules by unit or curricular topics. Those are really the best way to organize your content and keep things with clean design. Another thing you want to think about is to make sure that you use a standardized page layout. Think about what you want your students to do, and then choose your typefaces and your font sizes and keep it consistent throughout your course. Try to use tables as much as you can to keep content together. Images are great, especially with younger learners. If you can have images that serve as buttons or indicators of where they're going to do certain things in your course, that's going to work really well. And also lines. Put lines in to break up the content. And then also, thinking about, again, more about your course design, you want to personalize your courses, add banners and buttons so that kids know, what the different areas of a content page are. Here's some tools to create buttons and banners. You can use Keynote or PowerPoint or Haiku Deck, and you can, create those slides and then save them as images and reduce them, reduce the size so that you can use those as buttons. It works really well. And then also there's a lot of free image subscription services out there, Creative Commons, Shutterstock, using Google Images to search, to do a Creative Commons search. Teachers Pay Teachers has a lot of great images for courses. So there's places out there where you can go and find really good quality images.